Ask Tom on Home Show.
Sarah from Pflugerville, Texas, has a question about home restoration.
They're restoring a 1950s home, Tom. And Sarah writes, we want to vault the ceiling in a 12 by 8 gabled roof addition built back in 1970 on this house. It has 2 by 4 rafters with repurposed wood sheathing. And when we took down the drywall ceiling, as you can see here, in this addition, there is no venting or insulation in the attic space. So what would be the right way to insulate this in Central Texas? I'm concerned about moisture that may possibly enter through the old roof sheathing.
Don't be concerned about that. Just don't let it bother you. Just let it breathe. It's fine. Look how long that wood has been around. It's been around longer than that home because it came off another home somewhere else. So it has a beautiful history. It probably could tell you many stories. Your biggest thing is if you want to do a vaulted ceiling in there, I would tell you not to just, by beefing up the rafters, it might not be the answer to that, a solution to what you want to achieve. You might look more of a scissor system, which is a separate set of rafters that's a little bit lower, that leaves a cavity up in there. So it still gives you the vaulted look on the inside, but the other rafters are higher, and then the scissor ones come down, so it's double. It's got double sets of rafters on every one, so it doesn't spread on you. If you are on the internet, look up scissor trusses and take a look at what I'm talking about and have somebody probably look at that. If you do want to put bigger rafters, you're going to have to put some pretty big ones in there because you have no support, and I'm not sure about the rest of the structure, so that's as far as I'm going to take it because I don't want to get you in trouble. And as far as the moisture coming through, don't worry about it. And if you can insulate it with a scissor system, it gives you a little more room where you can put insulation on the bottom. And if you want to put ridge vents and soffit vents to where it breathes on the top of the insulation, it actually works very well. I used a lot of scissor trusses, and we built scissor systems on site with a lot of the homes I would build for people who wanted that vaulted look, because you can't tell once you're inside if there's a space up there or not, and also give them enough room so we could do a good insulation package. So it's very commonly done. People just aren't familiar with it unless you're in the business.
So I've heard you say before, Tom, that if a house was built and it's been fine without the ventilation and all that, sometimes you'll seal that roof up and pack it real tight with insulation. Here she wants to do the ventilation, and you think the ventilation, by doing those scissor rafters coming down, allowing that airspace, putting a ridge vent and soffit vents in, is the better way to go in Central Texas.
If you're going to do that, yes. Now, if you're not going to do it and you're just going to use a 2x10 rafter, let's say, and I don't know if that's what you need. I don't know the measurements or anything. I'd have to look that up on the framing tables to see what would need. But that might mean packing it tight. And that is a solution, but if you go the packing tight, then you seal it all the way. And I'm not worried about air coming through that old lumber. That's not what I'm concerned about. But you don't want to introduce new air in big amounts through soffit vents if it has nowhere to go, because just it gets up there, it gets warm, all the water goes up in there and makes a moldy mess. So either pack it or do the ventilation system, but do it very purposeful no matter which way you go.
All right, no matter which way you want to go, we can help you. Click on that Ask Tom button there on the front page at HomeShowRadio.com, big blue button, and fill out this form. You can send us videos, you can send us pictures like we just saw there. You can even send us a video question. We'll answer it because Tom wants to help you out, and we want to help him do that by posting a new video every day at HomeShowRadio.com, our Facebook page, and you'll find thousands of them waiting for you at the Home Show Radio YouTube channel.